Max Maeder has an aura of whatever achievement that you have.
Oh no, this is not good.
It's not bad.
It's like you said, these are the moments that shape you when it's difficult. Welcome to Game On. I'm Max Maeder. I'm a kitefoiler and DBS brand ambassador. We explore the journeys of incredible individuals and how they have shattered norms, risen above challenges, and redefined success in their own fields. And who better to explore this with than Han Kwee Juan?
Hi Max, how are you?
Pleasure to have you on this podcast today. And he's the group head of institutional banking. Kwee Juan played a pivotal role in guiding many leaders at DBS, and his insights into leadership and mentorship have helped shape the bank's transformation into a global leader. So, I'm excited to see how he fares at the game of Reversi.
Thank you. I think we can start. You can make your first move.
Yes, let's do this.
All right.
There.
Making good headway.
You've played this a long time ago, right?
Yeah, when I was about your age. So that's a long time ago, indeed.
There we go.
No, you can't.
I can't do that?
Got to be next to.
Oh, next to it. Okay.
So like this.
See, I don't know the rules.
You can put it here. I just shifted it here.
Oh, just shifted it there. Okay. Ah, in the middle. Okay. See, he's helping me. How nice.
Got your hand.
We already have the first step in mentorship.
We did.
He's mentoring me at the game of Reversi. This year was a very strong year, and to have the consistency and to be able to have such a great support system.
Yeah, no, congratulations. That's excellent year.
Thank you very much. I have a little bit of a fear for not being able to perform consistently or not being able to do what I have been able to do before. If you ever had these types of self-doubt moments or moments where fear crept in or you felt completely out of your depth, how did you push through all of those moments?
Well, this just happened recently, 2023. I was asked by my boss, Piyush, and as well as the board, and said, can you be the acting CIO and help us to solve this problem? We think you can do it. Then I said, I'm going to trust the team. I went to the team and I said, this is what we're going to do. We have 6 months to fix it, but let's break the task down into little tasks. So every step that we did was every improvement that we had. And it was communicate. What didn't work, steer it. And we just kept our head down and move on that basis. Forget about the noise. Forget about the attention. And that's how we push through.
I've had a stellar year, really. But actually, before the games, I had my worst result of the year ever, where I finished outside of the podium and had a low point in my performance, basically. I had a routine to rely on. I had a team to fall back on. And the fact that I had a process to trust. Like you said, all these things of working together, trying to figure out, breaking down the tasks, figuring out what to do next. The gargantuan and almost impossible seeming task of trying to get that much better so quickly and stay down in the headspace finally seemed realistic and possible.
It is.
Right?
It's all about trusting the plan that you have and trusting the team that you have.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to try some small move.
The thing about Reversi is that the state of the game can change so quickly. Suddenly, boop! Oh no. This is not good.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Making these difficult decisions along the way and seeing the path to take, all that requires lots of good judgment, lots of knowledge, lots of skills. Have you had someone who had helped you a lot? Right? Was your mentor in a sense, or mentors to shape you into such a capable individual?
I would put the credit to the first mentor that I had in City. That was when I joined as a management associate. That was in 1991. So I started as a dealer in the dealing room. The whole Wall Street craze was big. For one to be an investment banker, I was assigned to as a mentor. He's head of the futures business, told him what I wanted to do. And it says, you're no different from any other young man that walked into my office. Ambitious, you want to do the sexy side of banking, and you think this is something that's going to make you big bucks. And I said, yeah, isn't it so? He says, no. The thing that will give you longevity, it's about having the ability to pick up what the nuts and bolts of banking is all about. And that means being willing to go to different parts of the bank to really know how the bank all comes together. After 1.5 years, I went into trade finance, which is like the other end of the spectrum. I learned about how trade gets settled between people buying and selling physical goods between countries. And from there, I moved to different parts of the bank. And if I hadn't done that, then I wouldn't be where I am today with the knowledge that I have.
Sounds like you had a great mentor. I, myself, had multiple people who shaped the racer and competitive athlete that I am. I remember there was this Swedish gentleman that helped me out in the early days. He built the foundation of what I had as the understanding of racing, the understanding of rules, the fundamental tactics and strategy that I build everything up upon. And then, I moved on to Daniel, and he helped me with just simply switching to foiling and stepping up in skill level. And now, of course, with the team that I went to the games that I was campaigning with, they all shared very valuable lessons. You sound like you're very experienced as a mentor yourself. How was it being a mentor for other people?
I have a big passion for mentoring. Having experienced it myself, I've always felt that it is important to pay forward. And by paying forward, it means I do promote mentoring within the bank.
Do you ever feel some form of pressure whenever you're mentoring someone?
Not that much, simply because I do not expect people to take 100% of everything that I say.
Of course.
So that in itself takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
Secondly, I don't go in prescribing what they should do.
Yeah.
I see myself as one who clarifies, help them to reflect. But I think more importantly, understand their values, understand their goals, understand what they want to do, then work with them on getting them to reflect on the right questions.
As in
So
they discover it themselves.
Yes.
And you get to help them in that discovery or point the flashlight in a sense. As I've slowly grown as an athlete, I see that I have the opportunity to inspire and to share and to contribute. And perhaps it's not as personal as mentoring, but it still can have a positive effect on being able to light a spark in some people to say, yes, it's something that I would want to do as well.
But in fact, I did notice that at the World Series in Italy, in one of the races, it appears to us watching that amongst the three leading guys, of which you are there, that there seems to be a slowdown somewhere. That's great sportsmanship.
What happened there was we have multiple races over multiple days, and one of those races, I and the two others, we were quite ahead of the rest of the pack. And as soon as the first person finishes, a timer starts. Whoever wants to finish in has to finish within that time window.
Okay.
If
a fixed frame.
Yes. If I slow down and delay my finish, that time window gets pushed back, and so more people get to finish.
That's right.
I just did that the week before, and I thought, okay, why not? I asked the two people behind me.
Oh, you did? In the midst of racing?
In the middle of racing. In the middle of racing. We talk a lot during racing, and I asked them behind, because obviously I don't want to get overtaken, right? So we all came together, slowed down, and gave the people at the back a couple extra seconds to finish.
That's a great leadership.
Well, it's the right person to hear it from.
Great leaders, sometimes they take a hit for the team.
Right.
In this case, I know it's an individual competition, but you three guys are a team of sorts leading the pack.
Yes.
And you took a little bit of hit in terms of pride for winning
with a bigger distance.
The pride of saying, look at me, the three of us, how far we are, but that was not important. What's important was to bring the others along, and that's a great sign of leadership.
With your breadth of experience, would you have any good tips for me on how to start if someone comes to me for advice, or if I wanted to help someone and be a mentor, right, in a sense, or just help them in a small way? How would I do that?
Max Maeder has an aura of whatever achievement that you have. To the world at large, it's like they go googly-eyed, right? And so when they come and they say, oh, Max, do you have an advice for me? It's almost like waiting for something to drop out, some pearls to drop out, and they're going to catch it.
I don't feel like I'm qualified to mentor. Some people.
It's like there's that pressure there.
Right.
So I think the number one thing to do is, no matter how tired you are or whatever state of mind you are, just remember, assume positive intent. Let the person clarify what they want, and then just take that and answer it, and then move on.
You talk about how it's hard to give pearls of information. You just gave me a nugget there.
Now I'm beginning to feel like an oyster. Well, let's make a move.
Let's try and play up this game. So
I think it's your turn.
In the spirit of what you shared with me as being a mentor, I would like to tell you about my thought process here a little bit. That's how I think. Is that how you play?
The rule in Reversi is try to get your color in the middle.
Oh, really?
Somebody else cannot flip it.
Oh, I see.
And that gives you the chance to flip everything else. Okay. So you allow me to do this, I'll flip the whole row, and I've got this in the middle.
Yeah.
that you can't do anything about. And that
Yeah.
is bad. No, you haven't lost the
Anyway,
game.
I haven't
You've
lost the
not
game. I
not
still need
lost
to
the game.
play. But experience clearly shows. Let's try this. How about that? Here and here.
I would say that's the best move.
From your mentoring and then made the best move. This seems to slowly coming down to a big moment. There's always a boss battle, if you will,
Yeah,
or a
yeah,
big moment, right? Where you know what you do now in this critical position will affect a lot of things. When a young, ambitious person who works for you or a leader
Yeah.
or, someone that comes advice to you, what would your go-to approach be to get them back up on their feet? Or what do you wish you could tell yourself to quickly get yourself back up on your feet and take away something effective from a sort of game over moment?
I'll use your example of boss battles. In my career, there were a lot of boss battle moments which I didn't win. And with hindsight, it showed that, thank God I didn't win those battles. Because if I had, then I would have been on a very different path that will land in a very different place. Not everything that you lose that you think is really, really major in your life will define your life, because life is about the knocks that you get and how you're going to navigate through it.
I completely agree, and I think something like that will definitely help you to just come back from knowing that, it feels like it's all over, but life goes on.
I think the other thing that is also important, allow yourself to grieve. I mean, there are moments of disappointment, be disappointed, cry if you must, scream if you must, talk to somebody if you must to say how disappointed you were. But once you're done with that, then look ahead, rather than to dwell in it.
Thanks for sharing that, because I didn't think of it too much to allow, quote unquote, allow myself to grieve, in a sense. Perhaps after a bad day of racing, right? I said, all right, come on, we have to move on to the next one. And not really go through, I am disappointed.
That allows you to take the disappointment out of your system. Otherwise, it will build up. So you just done a move, so I'm going to make a move.
Yes.
And lots of options for me.
Yeah, see, the experience slowly is beginning to show here. I am quite troubled. Do you flip this row as well, 2 rows, or just 1 row?
So I have to flip this as well.
Oh my goodness. Does not look good for me.
Do you know the Reversi? You take the
No.
black and I'll take
This
the white.
is, like you said, these are the moments that shape you when it's difficult. See, anytime I play games, I get really competitive. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Play the next move and call it whoever has the most pieces on the board. We declare the winner of this game.
I'm gonna go for this.
That is an absolutely monster move. All these pieces are flipped. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pieces. And you have 1, 2, 3, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 6 more pieces than me. You are the Reversi winner of this game.
A lot of fun.
Yes, it was a lot
It's
of fun. And however, I think I am the one who gains the most from this. Not only because I lost in the game of Reversi, that means I have more to learn, but also because you've taught me very much in this short little conversation of ours. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for being a guest.
Thank you. A lot of fun.
Yes,
Thank you, Max.
likewise.
Pleasure.